Hi everyone, Joella May here. I'm not going to be moving the camera twice, so that's why you get to see me down here, and you only see my face for a minute, because today is about painting. So don't forget to like and subscribe. You'll see my face again when, before I say goodbye, but it's hard to move the phone back and forth. I was trying to look up an editing, so before I start this big painting, I guess, I don't know. It's just the way the angle is. It's going to be so much further back. So, this painting, I videotaped me painting it for the past 2.5 hours, right? But I don't have an editing program, so I can't take out the voiceover because I was listening. See, that's why I wasn't going to move it. Leave it in the bloopers because I don't have an editing program. I was trying to look one up, but they all cost money or whatever, and I'm just too tired to figure that out right now. I just want to do some more painting before all my paint dries. I have a second canvas that I started playing with because I was trying to do a TikTok um, video. I'm not sure how it came out or not. I still posted it because, whatever, it's practice, right? So yeah, I posted 2 painting videos on TikTok that are song oriented. So, but here's the painting that I was working on for the past 2.5 hours. This is the work I got done on it. Oof. Hopefully my phone won't fall. Yeah. So, try to see my distance here. I know this up here doesn't match at all. Doesn't make any sense. I started doing some drawing before I did the painting. I did a 15-minute video of me drawing before painting. I'm not good at drawing before painting. I mean, it did help me keep the lines that I wanted and stuff because I was trying to do something, but it took me a while to get comfortable with a brush. I don't like most of the brushes I have. For some, I have a problem with finding just the right brush to keep that very, very, very thin line, because as you can see, none of the lines are as thin as I want them to be. Yeah, the only brush that I feel that works appropriately is my fan brush. It's very thin in itself. I want a brush that's thin like that, but I wish it didn't have to be a fan, because the fan has a tendency to do curves that I don't want to do. I really didn't expect to be doing a talking video because I don't like talking when I'm painting. But, yeah. I feel bad not being able to put some music to it right now. But I was listening to Tony Jones. Just found her today. Really, really powerful, beautiful music. I think it's been the most inspirational music that I heard today overall. Like, I probably listened to about 5 different musicians today. Getting maybe 10, but like 5 kind of stood out and I remembered. So I subscribed to them so they're in my, so I can find them more easily now. So they'll be in my history and stuff. I mean, they'd be in my history anyway, but there'll be 2 places for me to find them instead of just one. So that'll be cool. The other one I liked a lot was Peachka. Seems that she was doing some other type of rapping before with a different name. Because when I did her name search, she came up as a different name with a different type of set of songs. But with the Peachka, she did a manifestation and Villain Era, I think, is the one that I did a TikTok on. Yeah, that was fun. She has a really good voice. I really like it a lot. Yeah, it's hard to focus on the line and talk at the same time. Because I guess because they're the ones we use more often. I don't freaking know. Because I know when I'm listening to music, it helps me focus better. But the quiet doesn't. And I have the quiet so I can talk and make this video. Oh, but it's so distracting and I messed up my line. That's okay. It is what it is what it's meant to be. If something did change. Yeah, I'm not trying to block you. I'm just trying to give myself the lighting so I can make a thin enough line. I wish I had a stage light, like one of those ring lights, but I haven't got one yet. Been too focused on doing breathing, meditating. Yeah, this is the first painting I've done since I got back home from Miami. When I did all those, what did I work on like 5 or 6 of them? Yeah, I still gotta go back, but I want to get into a routine where I'm painting every day, like 5 hours a day. And then maybe one of these days I'll actually like totally finish a painting and say, okay, cool. Because as it is right now, when I look at any one particular painting I do, it's like I see all these things that I still want to fix on it, or I feel like it's missing something to make it complete. But that might be because it was before shadow work. If that makes sense. I mean, when I did the other set of paintings, if you saw them, there were bigger canvases. I wish I had the bigger canvases, but this is what my budget allowed me to get this time. I'd love to be gifted some more canvases, really big ones. I want to do murals more than anything. I've always dreamt of that. I grew up in Miami, so there's like a lot of graffiti stuff. And like, you know, can't really do spray paint on the sides canvas. So, and painting is so different than drawing. So different. I want to find the right brush. Every time I go to the store, I never see the one I like. I've gotten some of those thinner ones, but they just don't seem to quite cut it fully. I don't know. I think there's just a lot of ones I really like before I get there, because I don't go there that much. But that's all good. I'll get it figured out when I put enough energy into it. And right now I'm just trying to fix up some lines. Because I said I was using a different brush earlier and it didn't do everything I wanted it to do. And I want to make the black shinier, thicker. Of course, I will definitely have to be pouring a resin on this when I'm done, because yeah, there's a lot of raw canvas on this painting. If I had painted it white, I wouldn't have gotten the dramatic effect on the black over here like I wanted. So that's why. Because it gives you different variegations. The thicker the paint gets, it's a total different kind of variegation. Oh, snap. Didn't want it to do that. Well, at least it didn't start playing. I still don't know why it yelled at me. What is it saying? Watch me. I don't know. Definitely startled me a little bit. I wonder if I can even this line out without screwing it up. That's what I get most nervous about is when I go back over a line because I don't want to make it too thick. So, I'm always blotting my brush 1,000 times. Yeah, I guess my biggest thing is I need to learn how to paint more on an easel. I mean, with the bigger canvases I did. Excuse me. But for, I guess, because I wanted to videotape it, is why I was like, okay, because I usually do paint more in my lap. But, I don't know. Different techniques. Like this painting, I've never done the style before. Not at all. It's a totally different technique. I'm using a few different techniques in it that I haven't done before that I've been thinking about doing. So it's interesting to see how it's coming out. Like, I like some of the effects I'm getting, but yet, I'm still new at this part. So, mm-hmm. uh, hmm. Definitely my favorite brush. This is what I like. Just a fan. It holds the paint well. It's great at getting that curve. And I do get obsessed with circular uh, parts in painting. I like how I can get this brush to rest in to the gaps of the canvas. So if it's just like one or two squares that I want to get the color in, I can. I find that kind of cool. I don't know. It's just a painting thing, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I say I don't know because I've never really had anyone else to consult with when it comes to my artwork. Only ever really myself and the man I married that left. So don't really have anyone else's opinions on my work. A couple people here and there that I've shown it to over the years, but I really want to do this for a living. So if you can give me any tips on how I can do that, I greatly appreciate it. Mm-hmm. It's always been my biggest passion is art in general. And I really want to get into ceramics, but right now I have a decent amount invested in paint, and I want to get used to certain techniques. So when I do the ceramics, I know how to paint them. Right? You're still gonna paint no matter what. So no matter what medium I paint on, it still gives me practice for painting with the brushes. See, I had some amazing brushes, but then I had used them for oil, and then I put them in the freezer, and then they disappeared. So, because I remember I used to have another brush that I used to paint with before I got the fan, but I can't find it anymore. I go through all my brushes all the time looking for it, just hoping that it's just going to appear. Like that'll ever happen. I've moved so many times and I've had so many roommates, and if it just showed up, it would have to be like, oh my god, when I totally clean out the freezer or something, and then it'd be there, or you know. But yeah, you imagine looking for like a single paintbrush in the freezer. There's so many places it can disappear. And who knows, it could have fallen out a long time ago. I don't know. I could look so far and then my hands get too cold and I'm like, ugh. But I haven't tried to look in quite a while because this brush has been doing me pretty decent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I first started painting, I hadn't cleaned my brush, so it was stiff as a board. And that was another reason why I was trying to get the other one to work. Make it too typical. I am not sure what the heck was going on over here, but I see the what you call it lady with the six arms, and the legs crossed. I just was I wish I had put more background in before I started putting the lines. Because it's going to be hard to do this fill in from it. Mm-hmm. I'm just not sure where else I want to use the black. I know I want to touch up a couple other things, but it's hard to focus on what at the moment. And I also don't want to put my hands on whatever's wet. But one more spot over here. I don't know. I know I need it. Even that back out. And that's always the tug of war, the borderline. I only did it on the top with this though, because I wrapped the others. I wanted to have the dramatic black top effect. Yeah, I usually almost always wrap on my sides, but like I said, because this was a black and gold painting, I figured I should have one side with an all black line. I just needed to get even up here. It's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, I get very OCD about my lines. So I've had many people say, "Oh, you don't need to have perfect lines." I'd be like, "Yo, you just don't understand. You just don't understand." There's this thing that goes on in my head. It drives me nuts. If the variegations aren't right. Da, da, da. Yeah. I wish I could point to the other painting, but they're still at my friend's house. I need to go pick them up. I was gonna start putting out prints of some of the paintings I've done, and she was helping me do the Etsy account, but we never got back to hang out again the second time to actually get things going, and yeah, but that's okay, because I wasn't ready to deal with any of that yet. I think this is... I haven't cried yet today. I'm trying to remember if I cried yesterday. I'm pretty sure I did. I can't remember for sure. Yeah, it's been since New Year's. I was able... What is today's date? I never remember these things. Oh, yeah, it's okay. So it's the 27th now. Yeah, so it's been 4.5 months. This is the first day I remember not crying. And, like, I even had a text with him today because we had to pay the phone bill. Hopefully one of these days soon I'll be able to get the paperwork in order. I'm just not quite there yet. Like, I'm functional, but I'm not retaining yet. Like, if that makes sense. Traumatic experiences or traumatic experiences, they wouldn't be called traumatic if they weren't. Yeah. I can't explain most of what I went through, but I will say I went through a lot of shadow work to get through what I was going through, and that was the only way I was able to survive, was really getting in and doing the work and making that commitment. And if you watched any of my other videos right now, I'm doing a 60-day meditation commitment inspired by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I recorded day 12 this morning. Yeah. So it's given me a little practice putting myself in front of the video, but like I said, I haven't been using an editing program or anything yet, so I can't fully put out what I want to put out, but that's okay, because like I'm still figuring me out, and you know, some days are easier than others. That's for sure. And I'm not gonna let society make me think that I have to be a certain way. I'm just gonna enjoy myself, be me, as best as I can be me for me, because I love me. And the only person in this world that's truly gonna take care of me is me. just like you. The only person that's always gonna be there for you is you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even sure what I'm doing right now. Trying to figure out where to put the black. And I think I've covered all the lines I want to cover pretty much. I just don't know how to finish that corner. It's so discombobulated. I couldn't get the brush to do what I wanted to do, so like, it's just a mess. Yeah. Can't believe I just did that. That sucks. Well, if we're doing that, then what do you want, universe? Because you're not going to be what I was having you be before, because this brush ain't going to do it. This brush isn't going to do what I had before. Oh. I don't even know what the heck it's trying to make me do. I gotta go with it. Otherwise, this is gonna look weird. Right? Yeah. Like I could hear you. Baby. What are you doing to me? I have no idea what is going on over here. I have no idea. None whatsoever. Not a one. Hey, hand, can you talk to me? What are you trying to do? Because I don't get it. And I think we just goofed right there. This got all thick and clumpy. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're gonna make me wanna call Charlie. Where's Charlie? Where's Charlie when you need him? I don't know. I'm too tired to do my voice, even. That sucks. This is not what we had before, but whatever you're doing, I don't know. I feel like you're just making me be goofy. I think it's because I'm tired. You know what? We should probably go to the other canvas if we're just trying to use up paint. So we stop messing this one up. And we can work on this one tomorrow. What do you think, Hand? Should we work on this one tomorrow? So I feel like you're just being goofy. What do you think? And can we move to the other painting? Please? I just don't feel like we're getting what you're looking for. My brain is not wrapping a head around my head. My eyes can't see what you're trying to do, Hand. They're too fuzzy. Yeah, see, I think that line's too thick, yeah. Come on. Let's move to the other painting. I don't want to screw that one up. We've been working on that one for 3 hours. Okay. What we got going on here? Got a little black and white action. Okay, cool. What you gonna do there? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah, we got to start doing some more. This paint is, oops, that's a big chunk. You're supposed to stay black and white. What'd you do? Oh my goodness, the paint's starting to dry. Oh, where's Charlie when you need him? Charlie! Charlie, I'm hungry! You're probably thinking, who the heck is Charlie? My imaginary friend. Yes, I have an imaginary friend called Charlie. Sometimes it's a girl, and sometimes it's a boy, but I still name Charlie. Sometimes Charlie will get me things. But I think it's Charlie's night off tonight. Can't remember. You know what was so funny? I go to my Facebook this morning or something, and dude decided to block me because my relationship status said I was in a relationship. I was like, that's so random. Like, what? I mean, easier for me, of course. But it still was like, I was so dumbfounded on that. Like, you decided not to be my friend because you saw that I was in a relationship? I mean, if he has actually cared, and actually looked at my profile, he would have read that I was in a relationship with myself. But, yeah, I don't understand that at all. So it was kind of crazy. It was the most confusing thing to wake up to. And in the past, it would have hurt my feelings. But now, I'm just like, I laugh about it. I used to care what people thought for whatever reason. But my husband definitely cured me of that. Definitely will never care about what anyone ever thinks about anything I do ever again. And you're like, what? Well, yeah. I let my power go. I became emotionally attached to being in love. And that's not healthy. And you're probably like, what? And it's like, well, it's not something I really talk about right now because I'm still in the process of healing from it. And I'm trying to, I don't want to get picked apart, and I don't want to try to help someone with inaccurate information. Because, whatever works for me might not necessarily work for you. Or whatever works for me might work better for you. I don't know. You gotta figure out that on your own. Told you it's like my most favorite brush. Oh, you can't really see what it's doing over there. That help a little bit. All that time I had you all the way in the corner over there. You couldn't see what I was doing. As always. I wasn't paying attention to the camera. Paint's starting to dry on me. No! I still have so much work to do. I hate wasting paint. Water. It was interesting. There was a song today talking, since I just said water, dipping my brush. It was talking about water and how money flows like water, but we don't look at it that way. That was interesting. The lyrics were just so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Gotta be careful, that copper is strong. You're thinking copper. Copper color. It's a much stronger hue than the gold. Stands out a lot more. See, I was saying, have to be careful with the copper. Sometimes I gotta get about 3 layers in before the canvas is covered. So the color changes so much. And sometimes I get super attached to the first layer and I'm like, oh, I want to save it. But then I'm like, wait a minute, it's going to change again in 5 minutes. Let me keep going. I'm starting to paint my knee on that one. Let's not do that. You can say we did, but let's not really do that. I'm not wearing my regular painting clothes today. Don't ask me why, because I do not know. I just like was sitting here and I was all motivated to do cleaning, and then I got sad. I didn't cry, I just got sad. So then I was like, oh, let me paint. So that's how we got here. I did feel a little wave of sadness, and then I said, no, we gotta paint. And as soon as I wanted to start painting, I was like, oh, I gotta videotape it. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, I can edit out the music and do a double over thingy. But when I went to the TikTok to cut it down, they wouldn't let me upload the one video because it was more than 15 minutes long. Because the painting of this one was 2.5 hours. So I was just gonna cut it down like I did before, but wouldn't even let me upload it. So I was like, damn. Oh, well, fine. Be that way. Yeah, that's how I felt. Oh, this paintbrush. I swear. The paint that they use to seal that brush is ridiculous. Like, when you leave it sitting in the water, it gets all cracked up. I got like 3 or 4 brushes from that company. Now I know why they kept getting returned. I was like, because I used to work at an art store, and that particular brand would get, we didn't renew them, and I stopped getting them, and they were in the clearance. You know, they stopped getting them before I started working there, so that's why they were in the clearance. And I was like, huh? But yeah, weird stuff. See, that's why the editing is good, because I'm just rambling now. No, I don't want the dry paint in the picture. Can keep that on the easel. Which is going to be so hard to clean off. I gotta stop using my favorite plate as an easel. I know, I'm so ridiculous. Oh. Now I'm just making weird noises for no reason. Do I think it's going to keep you more entertained while I paint? I have no idea. I really hope I can do the editing thing so I can do a voiceover. Like I said, it's very hard to talk and paint at the same time. Especially because I'm getting tired and hungry and yeah. So anyway, I think I need to take a break and eat something. This is as far as we got. Just working on color background. That was 44 minutes. Whoa. Like I said, oh, what did I say? I don't know. I was like, I'm tired. So I'm going to go get something to eat before I get back to painting. Because I still have a bit of paint to use up.
Talk to you later.